The push and pull of virtual and in-class learning is putting pressure on teachers. There are ideas circulating on relieving that pressure. But as Teach V11's Rolly Hoyt tells us, district superintendents are trying to figure out best practices.
At the start of the school year, the message seemed pretty solid. Get as many kids into class as is safely possible. But now, with changes coming almost daily, school administrators across the entire state are taking a step back and asking parents to realize that things have had to get flexible.
So I think across the state there is a high level of stress for everybody involved.
And when it comes to schools, the superintendent is having to absorb a lot of that stress. Some gathered these last 2 days at a conference in Hot Springs.
Is that having opportunities to share ideas amongst superintendents has been very beneficial.
One of the big ideas to emerge in recent weeks, schedule flexibility. Dr. Mike Hernandez is transitioning from a job with the Department of Education to leading the administrators. He says schools have been careful about making big moves until recently.
If we get through the rest of this 9 weeks, we see districts that are starting to modify some of those plans and make adjustments.
We can be consistent, proactive, and clear on what's going to happen at school.
That communication is key as districts start to try new ideas. Districts like Cabot and Conway and possibly Little Rock are planning days when kids will go home early to allow teachers to catch up and buildings to be cleaned. Some teachers say they really need it, but not all parents can make the adjustment. Dr. Hernandez says we all have to because this is the new normal.
With parents and schools, really realizing that they've got to stay in constant communication because they never know when a school is going to have to pivot.
And for his colleagues in the administration buildings, he says this.
My advice is to breathe, really try to focus in on the local issue with your district and try to get solutions.
In Hot Springs, Rolly Hoyt, THV 11 News.
This conference was the first in-person get-together for many of those district administrators. One superintendent said it felt great just to meet with people again.